Here's the concept of intuitive intelligence, which is actually the ability to combine our analytical mind with our intuitive aptitudes. So we can both get to our logic and our instinct in a way that's integrated and productive. Intuitive intelligence is defined as the combination of 4 abilities, which I will detail with business cases every time. To think holistically, to think paradoxically, to listen for the unusual, and to lead by influence. So what does it mean for business? Let's take the first tenet, to think holistically. Hermès was created in 1837 by Thierry Hermès, and he had a vision, northwest quadrant, the blue quadrant, of a luxury house. And he felt that really this luxury house had to produce objects of exception, southwest quadrant. But he also knew that he had to be able to manufacture these objects, northeast quadrant. And moreover, he had to be able to sell them, because he was not into producing objects of art, he was into producing goods for consumers. So the success of Hermès has been really relying on a strong vision grounded in 3 pillars that are never thought independently, but always thought together. It's a holistic view of creating a luxury house. Now, what's interesting to notice is that in the years 2000, when there was so much spending, especially in the luxury industry, Vuitton drifted away from a traditional luxury house approach into much more of a fashionable type of approach, and started to put fluorescent colors on the cloth of the Louis Vuitton traditional bags, or put cherries on top of the traditional cloth that we knew Vuitton to be famous for, and took its company slightly towards fashion and gained enormous market shares. In 2008 and 2009, when the recession hit the markets, well, Hermès has been resisting better, because the consumer, who's very focused on the return for their dollars, felt there was more integrity with Hermès, which never drifted away from its core proposition as a luxury house, than the Louis Vuitton, for instance, which resisted less. So it's not to say that one is better than the other, but just to say that a holistic approach does reach the consumer and has an impact on the long-term value for the company. So we've just discussed the first tenet of intuitive intelligence, to think holistically. Soon, we'll talk about the second tenet, to think paradoxically. So look for the